I try without any result for like 1 year and a half. Shit happens, action happens regularly. It's like ups and downs all the time. It's like, oh shit, I'm making very good money, I'm losing about 2,000 euros a month now. And I saw that in the morning. I said to myself, that's okay. I thought about giving up. I couldn't even walk like 4,000 steps. When I changed my environment, that made a change in my mind, and in my motivation. What's the solution for this problem? No. What's this problem for the solution? That is like a lot of people think about. And I was like 1.5 years trying to earn €1, trying to earn at least something, at least 50 cents, at least something. 1.5 years trying. I didn't get anything,
Hi, welcome back to ImpulsaT, the podcast for visionaries, the podcast for you propulsors. On today's episode, I'm very excited because I'm sitting with a guy who's been so hard for me to sit down with. After two attempts, I've got it. He's a YouTuber of several channels. He's an entrepreneur, a great entrepreneur. He's a founder of a limited liability company, and the founder of Activo Digital. He's a professional marketer, a guy who his determination and discipline brought him to the place he's nowadays. A guy who I admire a lot. I've shared with him thoughts, ideas, parties, and powerful conversations like the one we are gonna have today. My dear friend, Abraham Aragón. Abraham, nice to meet you, man.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you. Nice to see you here today.
I'm
nice
very
to see
pleased I'm here. Thank you so much for this presentation. I really wanted to come, but I needed to fight a little bit with my embarrassment and me being like ashamed of recording myself and someone
asking you
interviewing me and so on. But I grew apart and I'm here and let's do this, I'm very happy to be here with you. I really like talking to you.
Yeah, the same. It's mutual. It's mutual.
So
it's been, as I said, it was a bit hard for me to be here with you because the first time I asked you, you told me that you were not in your sharpest moment, in your top moment. So now I think today you are prepared as I am to do this interview, and in English too. It's gonna be a challenge for us because we are not native, but you have to get out of your comfort zone, So
exactly,
this one in English was a challenge, man. And I'm really pleased to be here with you today. I really admire you. I admire you a lot because of your work ethic and your mindset. Yeah, as I said, we have been in powerful conversations and powerful mind places, states, because we are so similar in that context. And I wanted to ask you about your career regarding your entrepreneurship, because you're an entrepreneur, you do lots of things. You do a lot of things. What have you been doing these last years, and what are you doing now nowadays?
As you said, I do a lot of things, and I do a lot of things because I need to do a lot of things in order to keep up with this, making money and no go broke, right? I started with the websites, just creating websites and trying to monetize them in 2014. I tried, this is a very important one. I tried without any result for like 1 year and a half. Then I ended getting some results, very, very little money for the next 6 months. Then I was lucky, you can say. I just was like doing the right thing at the right time because I was trying for 2+ years. So we can say I made it at that time, and I started to get like to earn good money, let's say. So I made myself like a freelance and I started doing everything good. But the things are not like, oh, everything is perfect now. You know, at the beginning was a little bit tough, but now everything is like soft as silk. You know, it's not like this, you know. Shit happens, you know, a thing happens regularly, you know, on regularly basis, no? It's like, if you are an entrepreneur and you are doing this way, you know, like this kind of job in the internet, do your projects and so on, bad things are going to happen to you. When this bad thing happens to you, you need to change a bit, you need to adapt, you need to evolve, you need to try new things. Maybe trying new things that you didn't think that you were going to try, you know, maybe are some things that you felt like embarrassed to do, like for example doing a webinar or selling a course or creating a YouTube channel. For example, I created my YouTube channel like 5 years after I started creating websites. So I tried with this, it didn't come up very good either, you know, for the first year.
Yeah, because you have been with ups and downs, you know.
Exactly, ups and downs, but all the time. It's like ups and downs all the time.
Even nowadays.
Even nowadays, yeah, all the time. Every 1 year, 1.5 years, something like this. Normally, for me, in my experience, there is like very good up, very good down. So no, you know, you need to adapt, you need to evolve, exactly. And when things are very, very good, you need to enjoy this feeling. It's like, oh shit, I'm making very good money, you know. But you need to know as well that things can go wrong anytime, you know. And maybe you don't know. Sometimes like, oh, I don't know why, but Google doesn't like your website anymore. So this website was giving you, let's say, 6,000 euros a month. Is now giving you 200 euros a month. That happened to me more than once, you know. Once with this 6,000 euros a month website, another one with 4,000 euros a month website. The more recently was with just a 2,000 euros a month website, just that, you know, nothing.
Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, almost nothing, you know, it's just, I'm losing 2,000 euros a month now. And I saw that in the morning, I said to myself, that's okay.
That's okay,
man. Okay, mate, what can I do now? What can I do now? You know, make me a coffee and think about what are the things I'm gonna do next, because what can I do, you know? So, ups and down, you know, and you need to know, be prepared, you know?
Yeah, to innovate, yeah. That's the same that happened to me when I was with, my brand name was Big Great at the beginning, and then I changed it to ProPulse, because it's like you're like maybe sleeping and you're thinking about, oh maybe this can be more helpful for me, for people. So I also changed the website that I had. You know, I bought the hosting. I asked for help to you, and you told me to buy the hosting by Dominio. When I discovered Buy Me a Coffee is for people who doesn't know, who don't know, is a platform or website where you can be a creator, as I am, and you can upload your content, and people can see your content like for free, you know. You don't have to pay for that. You can support me with the amount of money you want. And if you don't want, you don't have to. You have an online shop, so you can buy my digital products.
You got everything there, no? About
everything. I have memberships.
You're not sponsored by this, no? But
I'm not a sponsor. I'm not a partner.
It looks like he's sponsored by.
No, I'm not. I'm not being paid for this.
but you could.
Yeah, but I'm good for that. I'm good for the job. If the owner of Buy Me a Coffee is seeing me now, we can do some deals, you know. And yeah, but I'm not a partner of Buy Me a Coffee, but it's because it's the truth. Buy Me a Coffee is so great. You can upload there, as I have done, the shop. You can have your free content. You can have memberships, as I have. I have monthly and annual memberships, and with those memberships, products maybe are free for you, or maybe with a discount. You know.
They're very
Yeah.
good.
Lots of things, man. You can support me if you want. Yeah, and I have a lot of information there. The description of my brand. Description of myself too, and lots of things. My contact there. Yeah, lots of things. So as I was, the point was that you have, as you said, you have to be creating new things and
adapting.
Adapting.
Sometimes you think that the best thing to do is like do the regular things, like this very professional website that gives you maybe some headaches, to do a lot of time, a lot of effort. And now you discover like very fast.
I had bad moments creating the website with the video because it's so hard.
Exactly.
It's so hard.
Exactly. It's like headaches, And now it's like maybe it's a simple way, easy way. Maybe for you at the beginning it doesn't seem that professional, but now maybe you look at this, it's like maybe it looks even more professional now. I was faster and was like best option. The best option for you in this time and the best thing to do.
Yeah. And what have been I wanted to ask you, what have been the hardest moments in your career? I can picture the ups and downs that you said before. Those downs are so maybe so in the bottom, or brings you to the bottom of your mindset, when it comes to entrepreneurship. What have been your hardest?
I would say
moment?
normally these downs, like it's like money earning matters, let's say, brings you or gives you the best ups, let's say, in motivation normally, and in creation and going out of your comfort zone, right? Sometimes when you have like this down, you feel this motivation, this is so good, and when you start like getting money again, let's say with a new project, maybe like you were doing YouTube channels or you were doing websites, now you're making money with email marketing and selling courses or webinars or something like this. You feel like, oh man, I can do this thing, I just learned a new skill and now I am masterizing, and I'm becoming better and better in these new things that I thought maybe just 2, 3, 4 months ago I couldn't do, So I developed new skill, now I'm earning money with this, and now I have more options, let's say. My option is not just getting money with the website, but I can make money by creating courses, I can gain money by selling as well, like my time, helping other people. I can make money by email marketing, I can make money with more things that I couldn't have done it before if I didn't have this down, let's say.
Because have you ever thought about giving up?
Yeah, I thought about giving up mostly at the beginning before I earn any money, and I know most of the people that are watching us, maybe I think I'm sure they want to be entrepreneurs in the internet, and probably they haven't made a single euro just yet. Probably they are starting new things, they are investing maybe in a domain name or in a website, or investing their time and their efforts in a YouTube channel, and they didn't make any money just yet. For me, I was like this like for 1.5 years, and in this period of time is when I felt the most likely to give up, let's say, because I remember I was reading like posts about people that maybe they were trying for 10 months or trying for 1 year, and after 1 year they did it. A lot of people commenting were like, oh man, you were like trying for 1 year, this is amazing, how could you be so long without earning any money, and now you deserve it because you did it. When I was reading this, part of me was like, I feel good because this guy made it after so long, but I felt as well so bad for myself, because I thought, man, this is a case where this man is famous because he was trying for a year and didn't have any result, and then he made it. But I've been trying for 1.5 years, like 50% more time than this guy. So I thought I didn't want
But you
to
were
think
not
this.
gonna get
Exactly. I thought like I am not doing for this, you know. I'm not born for doing this, you know. I'm not.
Yeah,
I cannot do it, you know.
yeah, but maybe
it was like my
if you
toughest.
if you like to do the work that you do as I do, I'm not making any money from the internet specifically with this brand yet, but it's I just do this, for example, this podcast, or I do the YouTube videos that I do, or TikTok clips that I upload to. I just do them cause I like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like and being here, for example, with you talking. It for me it's a way to be in an enjoyable moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if I make money, that would be great. That would be great, because I can make money making business plans as I have done, or on Buy Me a Coffee, or market researches. I have more into professional services and personal growth too. But yeah, you have to do that things because you like, you know, and that's an example of growth, man. That what you've done, because you told me that you weren't since 2014 without making any money. As you said, for a year and a half until you made like $4.
$4, yeah.
Yeah, $4, and then you started making
A little bit of money. Maybe it was just $120 a month, and maybe 130 the best month, you know. So it was like 100 euros for us here in Spain, almost nothing, you know. It was a little bit of money for me to invest in creating more websites, for spending that in my leisure time, right? Like going out wherever, or eating out sometimes, you know. But it was just nothing, like $120 a month. But then you can say like I made it, because after 3 months after this, you know, it's like, well, actually 6 months after I started earning a little bit of money, in a period of another 3 months, I passed from making $120 to like 7,500 euros, which is like, I don't know, like $8,000, something like this, in 3 months. So you can do this, you know. I live this, you know, so I experienced this. I know, I'm 100% sure that you can do this as well if you're watching this. So you can multiply the numbers you have in any area, let's say, it'd be like maybe YouTube, maybe like making money wherever, maybe for 100 times, you know, you can do it.
Yeah, and what about the investments that you have to do, or you do regularly? Are huge investments regarding your regarding creating your website? Do you have to invest a lot of money or little money?
Normally for making websites, they are cheap, you know. They are a cheap asset to have, you know, like a digital asset, like the name of my channel, you know, Activo Digital. So they are like cheap asset to have, to create, but you need to know how to do it. The price is like maybe the domain, like 12 euros a year, plus the hosting like another 5 euros a month. So it's not that expensive. If you want to improve your website, there is a thing that's called link building, where you pay some platform for another creators to put you a link from their websites to your website, so that tells Google that your website has authority and trustness. And this is good because Google puts you like up in the results.
What was the name?
Link building. Link building. Yeah.
Okay. And moving on to your healthy life, because you nowadays it's because it remembered me your discipline, the discipline that you have in your career. You also carried on that discipline on the topic of healthy life, exercise, weight loss. You know, and I know maybe that's a bit more serious topic, let's say, but you told me when I met you, when I met you, you were
like 100 kilos,
yeah,
maybe something like this.
Yeah, you were with more kilos than now, and you told me that you lost a lot of weight. How's been that experience for you, man?
For
How's
me,
been that?
Yeah, it's like
it's been amazing.
I can say something I'm proud of, you know, but it's not entire. It's like my responsibility, but it's not everything entire for myself, because I think that we are influenced by the environment like a lot, you know. And for me, the environment, I think that they play a very big role in my weight loss journey, let's say, you know, like losing weight. Before I was living in another city, then I changed to another city, like I changed to my city where I grew up, you know, this city, which is maybe 15 minutes away in the car, so it's like nothing.
Yeah.
But back there I didn't have friends in that city, and here I do. So I moved here, I started seeing them, I started talking to them, I felt I'm more motivated to change. I started walking again, I couldn't even walk like 4,000 steps. My feet were hurting a lot. But now I can walk like 20,000 steps, no problem, you know. The thing is, when I changed my environment, that made a change in my mind, you know, and in my motivation, you know. I feel like more motivated.
Yeah, I feel better.
I feel much better, you know.
In your
like,
inner
I
too.
want to improve, you know. I have more things to do, you know. I want to do more things. I want to be better. I want to I want to look at myself and be proud, you know, of what I can do, how I can look like, and so on.
Yeah, when you do things that are scary for you, or that maybe for you are harder to do, and once you do them, you feel like you feel less scared, and you feel more confident, you know. At the same time as you lose the fear, you know, of doing that things and other things, you know. That's the things that I've been practicing these last weeks and months, you know. That's what I said. Yeah, and you told me too. You bought some new shoes too, exactly, because of your
exactly,
feet hurts.
Exactly, I needed to buy them, you know, because I needed like a more comfy shoes in order to walk more than 4,000 steps, you know, and not be like hurting a lot. So yeah, I did.
Yeah, I listened in a podcast in English of an actor that he made he said if you are gonna start a new way in your life, or you're gonna start a new lifestyle, buy yourself some new shoes, because literally buy yourself some new shoes, and in that way every day you are gonna see your new shoes, and you're gonna think about your new habits, you know. So cause you know, to create a habit you gotta do things regularly, and that was so powerful, and I think that maybe it could help
I think that
us a lot, you know?
Now that you say that, I think that could have helped me, actually, because it's something that we wear every day. It's something that is like in some way like attached a little bit to our personality, so I think it's a very easy way to remember what you're doing, how you are, right?
What you are doing and why you are doing
exactly,
that things.
I think it's very good. Very good.
And how much, if you don't mind to say, have you lost in these years of?
So my heaviest that I know, because actually I didn't enjoy to weigh myself, as you can tell, you know, because it's like when you weigh over 120, you are like, oh,
it's not, yeah,
I don't
it's
really
not
like
so
it, you know?
pleasant.
But my heaviest, according to what I know, it was 128.3 kilos, which is like a little bit overweight, you know, we can say this, you know. Then I lost like 38, 37 kilos, something like this. So now I am 91, 92, you know. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot of, yeah, it's a very big difference, you know.
I'm glad to hear that, you know. I'm proud of you, man.
I'm very happy, you know, now with my body, you know. I still want to, of course, improve. I think everyone wants to improve, maybe. But if you do like this change in your habits, this is going to pay off, you know. You're gonna feel much better, weaker.
And I want to talk about the languages, because I met you. Yeah, I've known you since the first language changed.
Exactly. The first day I came, it was your first day. It was like a very weird one.
The first day of two of us, you know.
Yeah.
And I met you there here in San Fernando, and it was like you're also learning languages. You learned, and you are still learning as I am English, because it's not our primary language, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And nowadays you are also learning Russian, you told me.
Yeah, I'm learning a little bit, you know, because I think it could be cool, you know. I'm doing some Duolingo, so it's not that much, you know. But as you say, I still learning as well English, you know. And I think we need to practice it, you know. I think it's good learning languages, because
that's so good.
Sometimes it changes the way you see the world, you know. Not telling that it's another very big way to like consume content. For example, if you like this entrepreneurship things and that stuff, you can look to interviews like Joe Rogan podcast, this kind of stuff, and they are so inspiring sometimes, you know.
So inspiring.
It's something that you couldn't do if you didn't know the language, you know. As well, you can know new friends as well. You can notice as well like a little bit of change in your personality as well when you're talking like another language, so you can make the most of
English
it.
did with me, it changed me, you know.
Yeah, it changed a little bit, and myself as well. I feel like a little bit changed when I talk another language, and I think you can make the most of this, you know.
Because first of all, you learn a new language. It can be helpful for, as you said, to consume new content, maybe if you want. Either it is in English or in Russian or Spanish, the languages you know. By the way, Joe Rogan is so powerful. So powerful. I think his YouTube channel or his podcast, it was called like something like something related with power or something like that. He has inspired me a lot. He inspired me a lot to do the podcast, and luckily I could understand them, you know, in English, and and to see new content for applying jobs, you know, for new kinds of jobs if you want, for socializing.
Yeah. It doesn't happen to you that you maybe have like friends that they don't know English, they don't want to learn English?
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't you feel like a little bit like bad for them, like a little bit of pity for them, because you think, oh, you are missing out a lot, you know? You're missing out meeting new people, you're missing out like, I don't know, like seeing your favorite series in the original version, you know, or consuming very powerful content, or I don't know, it's like it opens you like a lot of doors, you know. So
you can tell as well that it's related, you know, because people who are learning new languages, or people who already know languages, several languages, like for example Spanish and English.
Mhm.
They are the two of the most basic languages. Are people who are like more educated, let's say, in terms of knowledge. Yeah, they have lots of knowledges. They have a rich social life, because it's not because just the language that is too, but I mean it's because of the mindset of those people, you know. For example, a person who like to
That's true, yeah.
who like to learn. Yeah,
exactly.
a person who like learning regularly,
Exactly.
and a person who like in several fields. And for example, let's say in medicine, was if they are they are doctors, and if they like medicine, they are acquiring new knowledges regarding medicine, for example, and medical things, languages too, and they know how to speak English and Russian, for example, as you're learning nowadays. Those people's life are more powerful, and it's because they are richer than us. Richer not in terms of money, but in knowledge, and that's what I always like to offer my knowledges in a free way, you know.
Totally agree. I think it's very related, the learning language processes, with maybe creating projects on the internet, for example, or for yourself, because when you are learning a language, you need to be willing to make mistakes. It's like making mistakes, you know. You're not going to learn a language just reading the theory and then when you practice,
and maybe
everything
now
is gonna be easy.
yeah,
It's not.
maybe now we have made some mistakes speaking in English.
A lot of mistakes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care, you know. It's like,
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give AF, you know, so it's okay. You know, I'm willing to make mistakes because mistakes make you improve, make you better. But this is with everything, you know. When you are starting a YouTube channel, when you are creating your website, when you're starting whatever, you know, whatever thing you want to be better at, you don't have another option, you know.
Yeah,
your only way is like making mistakes, you know. You don't learn how to run without walking before and without falling a lot of times, you know.
Yeah.
So I think this mindset of learning languages, you can use this thing, you know, for your projects as well, you know.
Yeah, and to another topic that I wanted to talk about with you, it was socializing, that it is related with languages, because we go to those language chains and events in several with people from several places, you know.
Yes,
and we have the opportunity to talk with people of different countries, and maybe if they are from from Switzerland, you don't know how to speak Swiss, you know, but maybe you can talk to them, you can speak with them in English or Spanish.
It's like a bridge for,
bridge.
You or for them.
It's a method that you can use.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's so important. That how about your social life when you were not in your shapest moments of your life, as I can tell you are?
It's nothing to do with this, you know. It's like being a very big change, you know. For me, for example, before knowing like languages, as well, like not being in shape more or less, compared to now, it's nothing to do, you know. Now it's like, first, when you are fitter, when you are more in shape, you feel more confident, you know, and this is number one ability, or number one skill. You want to meet people and you want to be happy with yourself, and like people like see you like, okay, you are
personality is so important. And you, I think you could find harder than nowadays to socialize. Nowadays is something that you really like, to socialize with people, because I can tell you interact with your followers and things like that. You once met with a follower of yours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, last year.
It was so great, man, when you told me that.
Yeah, very good experience.
He must be very proud of you, and you must be very proud of yourself and of your followers, because they admire you a lot, man. And I think you too. It's mutual, you know. Yeah. And jumping on your discipline that you have to have in those years of change regarding body change and diet and entrepreneurship and your career. How about your daily routine? I wanted to ask you that because it's something that I always ask to people, you know, their daily routine, because there are so more influencers and gurus, you know, that
wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m.
do 1 gazillion burpees and then
in America it's different because they live like in a earlier schedule, you know, schedule. But there are people from here from Spain that they say like, I get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, I do like
good for you, mate.
400 jumping jacks, and then I ran for a mile and a half, you know, and it just passed 1 hour. In 1 hour I did all of that, you know what I mean?
Amazing, yeah. Course hour
what about yours? Because you are an influencer, you are a marketer, a professional marketer, you are a public figure on the internet. How about your daily routine? Let's say that. Let's make that clear too.
For me, very important thing is to be sustainable. So if you can keep up with waking up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., you're not gonna earn anything good. Anything good is gonna gain for this, you know. So for me, my daily routine normally to keep in shape and to continue doing my entrepreneurship, the things I'm doing on the internet, is like normally I wake up at 10 a.m., then I go for a walk. Then 2 or 3 times a week I go to the gym, then I have lunch at home normally, and then I start working maybe 3-4 hours, you know. I don't work like for 7, 8, 9 hours like a lot of people do, because I tried this, I'm burnt out. I'm not saying that maybe that works for someone else, you know, that could work for you. But
each person is
you need to know yourself,
and your own method, your program.
Let's say your limits and your strength as well, and you need to do the things that more suits you, you know. And for me, it's like this, you know. With this routine, let's say, I'm happy, I feel good, and getting good results in working and as well like in shape more or less. So I'm very good with this, you know. Maybe in the future, you know, something happens to me or I change my mind, I change my mindset or something, that can happen. But if advice is like something sustainable for you,
you don't let other people's methods to influence yours.
No, you can listen. You can listen.
You can listen,
you know?
yeah, of
and
course.
Maybe you can copy some of the things they are doing. You can try some of the things they are doing. You can try, but
there are things that work.
Like this, you know?
Yeah, there are things that work for them. As I always say, for example, things that have worked for me. You know, it doesn't mean that it has to be okay with you. It doesn't mean that it has to work for you. You know, I'm just saying the things that it's been fine for me, you know. So yeah, you can use it or not. The daily routine that it's that it's so important, that it can be so important or not, depends on the person. Because for example, at what time do you usually get up?
Normally at 10. That's the thing, you know. For me, sustainable will be the word.
With flexibility.
But I have to be flexible. If that works for you, to be flexible is like something that you feel you can do more of this, you know.
Yeah, that's what I usually do too. I always do that. I have my own kind of scheduled life. but if I don't want to be working at 8:30 in the morning, I can be at 10 maybe, you know, because I usually try to get up at 7:30, but maybe if, for example, as this last night, you know, I was tired, man. I needed to rest for this interview, and that I got up an hour after, you know.
Right.
So I'm flexible. I have a schedule, but I so much flexible, you know, man. So maybe
so much flexible than before, no? Before you were
than
like,
before
more,
than before I
more
than before I was, cause before I was in a bad mind state, let's say, cause my discipline. I'm so deep. I consider myself so disciplined, and sometimes that's not, for me, that's not good, because it brought me to be like stressed out.
Very extreme, maybe. You know, it's like maybe too disciplined.
Maybe too
abusing maybe your body or
anxiety came to me, so that's not good too. So you have to be in the middle of the line, you know.
This is the most difficult thing, you know, to
that's the
be in
most
balance, you know.
I found balance. So you know how I found balance? By trying. By experiencing, now I'm in this extreme and tomorrow I'm on this, you know. But I had to find the middle point, you know. So that's the way I got it. So cause you can be today here in the extreme, and you tomorrow be so well. You have to prove yourself. You have to try new things, and maybe you go to the other place extremely, but immediately, let's say you go to a more homogeneous line, you know. And every day is different. Every day is different. Every day is not the same.
You need to be
the same mindset. Every day.
This.
Yeah, every day is not the same mindset. I don't know about you, but
no, it happens to me
it's not the same personality. It's not the same.
Sometimes you are more focused. You are more.
Not every day I feel like be working in this or that project. Not every day I feel like do this exercise, but I'm in a state that it's homogeneous, it's flexible, it's stable, you know. So that's pretty good. Well, Abraham, and the last section that I usually do with every guest that come here to ImpulsaT is called 2 questions to truth, and it's because I'm gonna ask you 2 questions and you're gonna have to answer them in a limited time of 2 minutes at much, you know.
Okay, I'll try to do this.
We are gonna be flexible as we have been talking about, you know.
Oh, thank you so much.
But the first question is it's been an idea, a thought, or an advice that you've been living for, you know, that you've been chasing in your day-to-day basis to live the way you live. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, I think the best advice I can say, and I think the best advice I give to myself almost every day, is that you need to be okay when things are wrong. For me personally, things are wrong very often, you know. So some things go bad in work, in everything in life actually, and I need to tell to myself that's okay, you know. When shit happens, I say to myself, it's okay, and what can I do now to be how I was before, or to be at least a little bit better than I am now after this disaster that happens, you know. The thing I tend not to do I try not to do, I try to avoid, would be like regretting what happened, like being so sad or be angry, being something like this, because it doesn't bring me any peace, doesn't bring me any good things, it's everything bad. So I just said to myself, okay, that very bad thing happens, and okay, it's okay.
That takes a lot of courage and a lot of growth in your inner soul, because it's true.
For me, it's the easiest thing to do now, because otherwise I experience like another behaviors, like hitting something, hitting a wall, hitting a door, something like this.
Actually,
it didn't work.
Actually, that's what happened to us when we were filming this episode.
Exactly.
The cam went off without battery. So
it's always bad things happen,
and you told me that. You told me, well, this is an exercise. This is an exercise for us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Specifically, we were recording this last section, and that shit happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
off and
we were both like, okay, this is
this is what it is. What can we do now?
We can do a solution. The solution was. You come here again with full battery,
Exactly.
That's a solution.
You always need to think, what's the solution for this problem? No, what's this problem for the solution? That is like a lot of people think. The solution is bad because it's better if I don't do anything, because I prefer like to feel bad all day and regretting my actions or whatever. It's better to say it's okay. Bad thing happened. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday I was asked a question, and it was how many solutions do you think you have for a problem? And I was given like 3 or 4 options, and the first one was 1 solution, the second one 3 solutions, and maybe the third one a lot of solutions, and it was like, I don't know, maybe I know that in so many cases more than 1 solution, but maybe depends on the situation. Maybe
sometimes you just need 1
you
solution.
can find 2, you can find 1, 3, or a lot. Okay, and the second question is the opposite. What's the worst idea, thought, or behavior that you have been living through your inner soul, in your mindset? What's been that worst advice, thoughts that you've received, either external or internal, idea?
For me, I think the worst thought you can have is feeling like you are not born to do something you want to do.
You are
not born to do this, something you love, you really want to do. I felt that at the beginning when I was like 1.5 years trying to earn €1, trying to earn at least something, at least 50 cents, at least something, 1.5 years trying. I didn't get anything, So I had this feeling many times during this period, maybe in the first 2 months, in the first 3 months, the first 6 months, the first year. After a year, it was not just hurting, but as well it was like very, very sad, because I actually felt like this, like, okay, maybe this is not for me, and reading a lot of bloggers about talking about marketing, how they made it, and all this stuff, because before in YouTube that wasn't so popular, so I was reading them. But I was always thinking, no, these people know something I don't know, or these people are made from, I don't know, like another material or something, It's like, these people are in some sort more special than I am, Like they have something I don't have, That's what I felt, like they, I don't know why, but they have something, They are shiny for some reason. I'm not, I'm just normal, That's what I felt like.
I think everyone has felt that feeling. In my case too.
Like,
and you think I'm not enough. I'm not enough for
like something magical
for this,
they have,
yeah.
and I don't have, no, like a.
And
like a gift.
actually you do. Actually you do have the.
Yeah, because it doesn't
you are
exist.
enough.
Because this gift that you think they have and you don't doesn't exist. It's not any gift. It's not. I think it's something we think about, but this person is like born with a gift, or he's just lucky in life, or I don't know,
and
genetic or something. But it's nothing like this. It's just.
That's so self-destructive.
Exactly.
So self-destructive
way of thinking, yeah. Totally. You think like this
Totally,
is like
you know?
destructive. Totally,
Yeah.
It doesn't help you. No.
It doesn't help you.
All the opposite.
Yeah. It's really powerful what you've said, man. It's been a really powerful conversations, and I thank you all again for this interview.
Thank you for inviting me to your house.
Yeah.
I had
I'm
a
so
really good
glad,
time
man,
as well, yeah.
to have you here today. So yeah, it's as I said, as I promised, it's been a really powerful conversation. This could be the conversations that we usually have.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not so so internal maybe, and not so deep conversations, but it's in this line, you know. Depends on the day. We have conversations like this, similar to this one, but this one is being the best one that I have.
I'm glad you like it.
Now, yeah, with you, I can't even thank you for this interview, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Very cool.
Thanks a lot. And if you wanna see more videos related with professional and personal growth, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can follow Abraham in Activo Digital, and Abraham Aragón is the other YouTube channel that he has. Remember that if you comment and give me a like, you help me a lot, and you can see both of us in our social media. I'm gonna leave his social media on the bottom and in the description, as well as mine. So I hope this conversation has helped you, and I hope you found this conversation and this interview powerful and motivating. I would be really glad if that's the case. So thank you for watching this video.
Subscribe, guys.